What is going on, Grand Liners? Today we have an epic One Piece tournament that is going on. This is for some Nami mats. I don't want to get the host's name incorrect, so this is Top Choice Gaming. I already see some of my buddies over here. Shout out to Kyle Kemper. I think that guy is not just a future One Piece legend, but just a card game legend. You know what? Forget card game, just a legend in general. And I'm sure we'll get to see some of his matches later on. So I'm gonna go ahead and just narrate and talk about some of these matches that we're about to see. And we'll go in. This video will probably be broken down into a multitude of videos as the treasure cups are coming up, as online regionals are coming up. I think it's important for us to dive into a bunch of games, just as many as possible, and see where players are not optimizing their choices. You're going to see the same people winning locals, and that's not luck. That's not luck. So strap on in, Grand Liners. Drop a like and definitely subscribe if you are not subscribed for more content like this and have it just being dropped into your YouTube page. Let's fast forward to the first game, which I already know is going to be streamed as Red versus Red, and that's Luffy versus Luffy. So let's fast forward just a little bit. There might be some ads, and we'll watch them together. If anything like that, you could always fast forward. It's YouTube. Whoa, I am completely wrong. This is not Red versus Red at all. This is green versus blue. So we got Kid, and Kid is battling Dofi. This is going to be a lot of fun. Let's check this out. Player blue is mulliganing. Okay, interesting. I'm wondering what they're looking for. I'm not as and I'm not gonna fool around here and pretend, but I'm not as savvy when it comes to the blue deck and how you're supposed to play it. I do know you are always looking for what's your face, the one cost searcher that lets you reorganize your deck. Perona, I believe, really cool card, but even cooler in the Dofi deck than the Crocodile deck, including Blurple Croc. So as they're cutting their decks, again, when a player mulligans, that already reveals a lot of information, and that's probably a good thing that they're mulliganing. Whenever Kaido mulligans, I'm always like, yes, there's a big chance that they won't see it. So we see that Kid is starting off, and they play the Bonnie. We have the Perona right there, that beautiful Perona. I actually just got 3 copies of the Alt Art Perona, and really excited about that. We see that this player on the left has a lot of swag cards. They just end their turn, just like blue was supposed to do, but they don't have a law or anything like that to play along with the Perona, or maybe they're saving it for later. We get the Kid swing, easy life, card advantage. That's important. We are resting the Bonnie, which again allows Perona to attack later. But it is what it is. They're getting a blocker, thinning out their deck if they choose to protect the Bonnie. But, you know, Bonnie replaced herself. They're playing the blocker, passing the turn. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. Um, yeah, guys, comment below what you think about that. But there's the Perona doing the swing, free swing, and I don't know what they're thinking about here. Just let it go, man. I mean, if you block it, then Dofi is just going to, they counter out of it. I do not like this play. It's a misuse of the counter. Dofi should be going for Bonnie. Based on how they're playing, they're going to block this. We got Law coming up. They are checking the text just to double check. It's always important, even if you feel like you know what a card is, what a card does. They're just double checking that they're not getting ripped off. They actually attack directly. Okay. These players are playing very different than how I would play. I do think that Bonnie needed to go. And just interesting countering out early right there. Again, he gave value to the Perona by using the Bonnie, and we know what they got, which is the Capone. So we're in a very interesting position here where the green player gets extra advantage off their Bonnie without wasting much. I guess I can see why they countered out, but it's just so early in the game to be giving up cards like that, especially because you're going first and you're down a card for not taking a life earlier. But now you're even. Okay, this is this is a good play by green. We got the law out. We got Okiku. This is definitely going to control the board, but we do know that blue can simply get rid of it with Blackbeard or something like that, going off of the top. Again, with blue, you really have to know your matchups extra well, just so you can stack your deck against them. There's the Blackbeard that's coming out, probably going to bounce the Okiku. We don't want to give the Okiku any possibility of staying on the field longer and getting more control. We do see an easy block right there, leaving the 2 Dawn up. So whatever that next card is on the top of the deck can't be anything like a Teach or something. Otherwise, I don't see why. I don't see why they wouldn't attach the 2 to their leader. We got easy Bonnie search over here. Bonnie's putting in so much work, and now there's 2 blockers to protect her. Got the 5 cost law once again, probably going to see that, bounce the Bonnie back and get back a and get the Okiku out. So there it is. 3 blockers, Okiku. This is not looking good for blue. Green is totally dominating this matchup, and they did have more information about their hand, so protecting Okiku, protecting the Bonnie might have been wiser than I thought. Just not the move that you always want to make. So once again, we are fixing the top of the deck. We can't really see what exactly the cards are. We did see a Hawkins over there. We do assume that there's a Gecko Moria in their hand, so we could really get some advantage off of the Hawkins. But we have a really interesting and important turn right here with 5 Dawn. 2 is going on. So whatever stacked on top of the deck is about to work its magic. Let's see what happens here. I am very excited. Again, blocking with Law and wasting a counter to keep it up. I guess you could do that. I would just take it. Yeah. Green loves taking life. So take as much. A pass. Did they not go off the top of the deck? Did they just not choose to activate? They just chose not to activate and left 3 Dawn up. Okay, it is what it is. Just unreal. They stacked their deck not once, not twice, but 3 times. Okiku, of course, is going to rest the blocker, swing it in for life with 6K. Easy 2K counter, no reason to use event cards. But at this point, if you're leaving up 3 Dawn up, right, and you're not using an event card, you kind of could have just attached and used them to your leader. I mean, I guess you wanted to bait some counters. So there it is. I believe this card over I forgot what it's called, but it bounces 1 back. Not a big deal at all, especially because it's a 1 cost. That is not a big deal. Green, I want to say green's got this in the bag. I mean, these games can turn around, but we're about to see the 7 cost or the 8 cost come down. And there it is. There's the 8 cost kid. Wow. And they did use the ability, but they did not attach the Dawn. I don't think that's worth it. I would have just summoned it and let it go. I mean, there are 2 blockers, but that's dangerous. That's okay. I don't think that move was worth it at all. You might as well take a couple extra life to build up your resources for the 8 cost kid. I don't think this is an optimal use of the 8 cost kid. It could put some pressure on the blue player to just attack on life while they can, but I don't really see the reason to. And again, that's just unfortunate for the blue player, just stacking 1 Dawn, and of course the counter out. I don't know if it's worth countering out right there. Yeah, you want to save your counters for those 9K drops. That's what actually can deal with your board. And again, I do not like the swing at life. Like, I assume that was a swing at life. Hopefully that was a swing at the rested law, though. But yeah. Let's see what we got going on from the green player, who is again in total and complete advantage. Okiku swings, gets rid of the blocker, 7K swing. Depending on how many cards the blue player has, I think this might be the match right here. This might be game. We have so many swings. I wouldn't put everything on it. I would discard the card and looks like they're putting everything. Whoa, they swung with law. I mean, I don't think that I don't think that you should play suboptimally, even if you believe that you got it. You should still play everything outright. There's no more cards that they could gain off life. I don't like how they ended that game. Probably they had it, but you don't want to build those bad habits. And there you have it, green versus blue. The match favor is obviously with green, and I hope you guys enjoyed that video. What we learned here is sometimes you can stack your deck with Dofi 3 times and just not get anything optimally. So we'll see what goes on in future matches. If you guys enjoyed, subscribe to your boy. I will see you next time. All right. Thank you so much.